Hello you gorgeous people, this is Chris from TechSpert and I'm here with two of the very best e-readers for 2018. Here on the left is the Kobo Forma and here on the right is the fresh new, all-new Amazon Kindle Paperwhite 2018 edition. They're both waterproof e-readers and they pack some really nice premium features, but there are quite a few differences between them as well, so let's do a full comparison and see which one might be best for you. And don't forget, for more of the latest greatest tech, to poke that subscribe button and ding that notifications bell. Cheers! First of all, when you stick them side by side like this, you'll probably notice quite an immediate difference. The fact that the Kobo Forma is an absolute beast compared with the Kindle Paperwhite. The Forma is an 8-inch device, so quite a large display compared with the 6-inch Kindle Paperwhite 2018. And of course you do get this quite chunky bezel here on the edge of the Kobo Forma as well, whereas the bezels are sort of reasonably slim here on the Paperwhite. That said, there's very little difference between them in terms of the weight. The Paperwhite starts at 182 grams for the Wi-Fi model, rising to 191 grams if you grab the 4G version as well. Here the Kobo Forma is just slightly heavier at 197 grams. And as you can see at the side of the Kobo Forma there, this chunky side bezel is actually quite a bit thicker than the rest of the Kobo Forma, and that just helps to distribute the weight to that edge, which means if you're clutching the Kobo Forma like so, the weight distribution is really good. It feels actually pretty comfortable to hold. Whereas with the likes of the Kindle Paperwhite, you can basically just wrap your entire hand around the back of it because it's pretty slender. Again, nice and comfortable to clutch. Both the Kobo Forma and the Kindle Paperwhite rock a soft touch rear end as well. It's a nice sort of rubbery finish to it. It just really helps with the grip, helps it to stick to your palm. It's got this slightly mottled finish here on the Kobo compared with the smooth finish of the Amazon Kindle Paperwhite. As mentioned before, they're fully water resistant as well. They're both IPX8 rated, which basically means you can give them a good dunking in 2 meters of water for roughly an hour or so, and they should be absolutely fine. Great news if you want to do a bit of reading in a swimming pool or, my own preference, in the bath. Nice and relaxing. And the good news is they're pretty rugged as well. You can give them a good bashing about, absolutely no problem. Just chuck them in a backpack, don't have to worry about sticking a proper cover on them or anything like that. They'll stay nice and pristine. The only other real physical difference between the two, apart from the size, is the fact you actually get these physical turn buttons here on the Kobo Forma, so you can just do a quick tap there, and as you can see, you quickly skip through whichever book you're in. In the case of the Kindle Paperwhite, you just have to use the touchscreen controls instead, so a tap to the right or a tap to the left to move back or forward. You can also swipe as well. And of course you've got full touch controls here on the Kobo Forma as well, so you can do exactly the same if you so desire. And with the Kobo Forma, the screen actually reorientates as well, so if you are right-handed, left-handed, doesn't really matter. All you need to do is just tip it up, and as you can see, the text will then reorient, so it doesn't matter which hand you hold it in. It's nice and comfy. Now for the actual screen, it's an 8-inch e-ink display here on the Kobo Forma, it's a 6-inch here on the Kindle Paperwhite, but apart from that, very, very similar indeed. They both rock 300 pixels per inch resolution, so as you can see, even with a nice tiny font, you can still read that text nice and clearly, and it's great for graphic novels and the rest too. They are both backlit, and you have full control over the actual backlighting as well, so you can give it a nice boost all the way up if you're in quite bright conditions, or boost it all the way down at night as well. As you can see there, no struggle whatsoever. On top brightness, the Kobo Forma seems to be ever so slightly brighter than that Kindle Paperwhite, but there's not really much in it. You will not struggle to read that Paperwhite in any conditions thanks to the anti-glare finish. The only other difference is the fact that you've got this natural light option here on the Kobo Forma, which you can knock on, and that will basically help to filter the blue light effect. So there you go, gives you a really, really warm output at nighttime. And of course you can set that to an automatic effect, or you can schedule it to turn on at nighttime. It's quite nice to have that sort of warmer finish when you are reading in the dark, but to be honest, all you need to do here on the Paperwhite is just bump down the brightness, and it's still comfortable enough to read even over long periods. Now of course there aren't just differences in the hardware between the Kobo Forma and the Kindle Paperwhite 2018, there's also plenty of differences in terms of the actual features and the software on board as well. On both these e-readers of course you have access to a vast catalogue of books that you can download from the internet. You've got the Kobo store here on the Kobo Forma, obviously, and that currently stocks over 6 million titles covering all kinds of categories, so you will not struggle to find what you need. And the Kindle Paperwhite 2018 is of course Amazon's Kindle store instead, which again, well stocked. I believe it was 5.5 million books at the last count, so more or less the same as the Kobo Forma. Again, you'll have no struggle whatsoever finding books from your favourite authors. In fact, you'll even find a few from yours truly stuck away on there. So if you fancy a bit of gritty British thriller action, there you have it. And both the Kobo store and the Kindle store allow you to actually download samples, check out customer reviews, all that kind of stuff. So you can try before you buy, which is always nice. Of course, one of the advantages that you get with the Kindle Paperwhite is you can upgrade to that 4G model. So the standard model just has Wi-Fi. The more advanced model has 4G built in it as well, and it's completely free to use. You don't have to buy a separate contract or anything like that, stick a SIM card in it, it just works. So if you want the freedom to download books wherever you roam without having to worry about connecting to Wi-Fi, the Kindle Paperwhite 2018 is your daddy. But of course, you will have to pay extra for that 4G model. And there are, of course, lots of other services offered by both these devices as well. So here on the Kobo Forma, you get full overdrive support, which is the Lendon library effort here in the UK, the US, I believe a couple of other countries have it as well. That just allows you to borrow ebooks from your local library free of charge. It's absolutely fantastic service. Here on the Kindle Paperwhite, you do of course have Amazon's own Lendon library, and you've also got Kindle Unlimited, which is kind of like a Spotify for ebooks. You pay a little bit each month, and you've got access to about 1 million books, I think it is, that you can download free of charge on top of that. And here on the Kindle Paperwhite, you can actually play Audible audiobooks as well, again sold direct through Amazon. In order to do so though, you will have to connect your Paperwhite to a Bluetooth speaker or a Bluetooth pair of headphones because it doesn't actually have any built-in speakers of its own. And of course, if you're going to be downloading a lot of audiobooks, you'll probably want to stump up for the 32 gig model rather than the basic 8 gigabyte model because some of them are rather big. Here on the Kobo Forma, you also apparently get a choice between 8 and 32 gigs. This is just the 8 gigabyte model, but I've been assured that a 32 gig model either is available or will be available soon. And of course, when you're actually inside of your books, you've got various features that you can access as well. So for instance, here on the Paperwhite, you've got direct access to Goodreads, again via the Wi-Fi or your 4G, so you can actually see what other people have thought about a book that you might be tempted to buy. So for instance, if you find a word that's particularly interesting or exciting, you can just long press on it, and both these devices you'll get a dictionary definition, and you can also look it up on the likes of Wikipedia and stuff like that as well. And of course, you can take notes at any point, scribble little thoughts, you can highlight text, you can share text online, do pretty much whatever you want to. As for the general support, you'll be glad to hear that you can load PDFs onto either of these devices, and they'll be displayed absolutely fine. Just works exactly as a standard book would do. You can flip through them like so. And as you can see there as well, nice crisp displays, as I said before, 300 pixels per inch in either case. If you are going to be reading a lot of graphic novels, we'd obviously recommend the Kobo Forma. It does have that bigger screen, so it's a bit more clear. But the Kindle Paperwhite does work absolutely fine as well. As for general performance, it's absolutely fine. I mean, it's sort of standard e-reader performance on either of these devices really, so neither of them are particularly nippy. You will occasionally be tapping something and then waiting, hanging around for them to actually respond, but not too bad, not too sluggish. Certainly neither of them has proved frustrating during everyday use. And the battery life, of course, you get, as you'd imagine, days and days of battery life per charge, found sort of around the sort of 20-hour-ish mark is a general approximation for both of these devices. It's 1200 milliamp cell here in the Kobo Forma. Can't actually find specific specs for the battery size here on the Kindle Paperwhite 2018. Amazon definitely seems to be keeping that under wraps. But basically, even if you're reading your Kindle every day on the commute and for bedtimes and things like that as well, you should only have to charge it once a week, sort of max. And of course, things like bumping up the screen brightness, leaving the Wi-Fi turned on, stuff like that will let the battery drain that little bit quicker. And that right there is our full comparison of the Kobo Forma versus the Kindle Paperwhite 2018. As I say, two of the best e-readers that you can buy right now, and certainly two of the best waterproof e-readers, because they are still few and far between, surprisingly. Of course, there is one other big difference between these two devices, and that is the asking price. The Kobo Forma comes in at 239 quid, whereas the Kindle Paperwhite 2018 edition, it starts at just 120 for that basic Wi-Fi model. And the good news is that at the time of shooting this, the Black Friday deals were on the go on Amazon. You can actually pick yourself up a Kindle Paperwhite 2018 edition for just £90, which is frankly a stunning bargain. So I would say if you're not sold on that enormous Kobo Forma screen, then definitely the Paperwhite is the way to go. So I hope that's been helpful. Definitely let us know in the comments down below which one you are more tempted by, and don't forget to poke subscribe and ding that notifications bell for more on the latest and greatest tech. Cheers guys, love you!